right now. Get the cash, get the cash, get the bag, get the bag. I ain't thinking about no niggas or no bitches in my past. It's gonna be some folks you talk about that didn't last. Wasn't always in the plane, I used to have to get a cab. Get the cash, get the cash, get the bag, get the bag. I ain't thinking about no niggas or no bitches in my past. It's gonna be some folks you talk about that didn't last. Wasn't always in the plane, I used to have to get a cab. Yeah, on a mission like a sad. Reflection my back like you could fix you up a slab. Fuck up baptized, most you bitches need a bath. Life is only water, so I'm dressed up like a rat. Yeah, I got plenty for the rap. If any nigga bring it, he'll be distant like the past. Yeah, put the cash in the bag, get the cash, get the bag, motherfucker, yeah. You know, yeah. So I don't know the counting, but I'm pulling over a mountain, yeah. You know, yeah. So I don't know you for vouching, but I'm touching over 1,000, yeah. Like got players put together like my gotta owe me. When the price get higher, then I come like Michael Myers. I'm on fire, drawing pictures for JFK like Michael Tyson. Got me feeling like Kevin Gates. I can't remember when I got tired, cause I got to get the cash, get the cash, get the bag, get the bag. I ain't thinking about no niggas or no bitches in my past. It's gonna be some folks you talk about that didn't last. Wasn't always in the plane, I used to have to get a cab. Get the cash, get the cash, get the bag, get the bag. I ain't thinking about no niggas or no bitches in my past. There's gonna be some folks you talk about that didn't last. Wasn't always in the plane, I used to have to get a cab. Shit, they had to flag it down. They wonder why a nigga don't come back around. I'm fucking sinner, you know I ain't backing down. Desires that you had to do a habit now. You woke up one day, realized you's a bastard child, and now it's hard for you to even crack a smile. Hopefully you fix the case. It's not my fault that you chew out the interface. Yeah, tell me what you call for. You got a motor mouth loud as a lawnmower. When you in your house, you don't involve chores. You just a lazy fuck, you need to go to Job Corps. And a physical spirit, you beyond poor. I'm too expensive with my stitching like I'm Tom Ford. Can't touch this fabric, it's too magic. Yeah, these spells I'm casting, I'm a dragon, cause I gotta get the cash, get the cash, get the bag, get the bag. I ain't thinking about no niggas or no bitches in my past. It's gonna be some folks you talk about that didn't last. Wasn't always in the plan, I used to have to get a cab. Get the cash, get the cash, get the bag, get the bag. I ain't thinking about no niggas or no bitches in my past. There's gonna be some folks you talk about that didn't last. Wasn't always in the plan, I used to have to get a cab. Well, stop. Maybe have no coffee on there too long. I'm gonna put on that. You know what I'm saying? Wasn't always on the plane, I used to have to get a cab. It had to flag it down. I don't get no cab. I ain't get no cab. I call somebody I know. Understand? Call somebody I know. We don't go get a cab for. I call somebody I know. Or humanity is useless. And they'll go to for that. They'll go to for that. Real stuff that we're going to break down the real circumstance of the sun conjunct in the Northnode, so everybody can know your viewpoint, your actions. I'm trying to figure out what you two want to do. Do you want to keep me at one clear range, or do you want to keep being fuzzity? Stop being all fuzzity. This ain't the fizz candy. I'm saying this ain't the fizz candy. Stop being all fizzity and stuff like that, so we can go ahead and start rocking out. So I know I can clearly go ahead and do what I'm like. I'm starting to play with it. I'm starting to see when to do certain things. When to see the sage smoke, they want to act like they don't want to resolute with the sage and stuff like that, like it's going in and out of algorithms and stuff. Man, you two don't start playing with me. I ain't even got it on the Wi-Fi. Don't play with me. Oh, I'm saying real stuff. Don't play with me. Play with yourself. You know what I'm saying? Other than that, we getting real astrological PBS-y right now. We getting real astrological PBS-y in this thing. You know what I'm saying? We ain't rubbing no shoulders the wrong way or whatever like that. We're able to ride above waters and circumstances and just, put humanity on the things that we need humanity to be on. So keep that in mind also. So You know, due to the fact of the sun being in Taurus and the Northnode being in Taurus, I think humanity should know what's going on based upon what bed that they making. They need to know what kind of bed that they making. So right now we're gonna break down what kind of bed we actually making when it comes into situations of what you get ready to experience for the next 10, 15 years, and all these transits and retrogrades that's setting you up, that's modified in different circumstances. So keep that in mind. The last retrograde ain't the same energy as this retrograde. This retrograde is a whole different environment. You know what I'm saying? And if you ain't learned the previous lessons, that's probably why you ain't gonna be able to be in this situation the way everybody else is, especially if you thinking all retrogrades is the same. If you think all retrogrades is about, oh, you just about to have previous thoughts that you had about relationships, oh, your phone about to start going crazy, or your technology. No, Mercury retrograde ain't just that, and you're not that spiritual if you thought that in some way, shape, or form. So keep that in mind also. You're not that spiritual if you even think that. You know what I'm saying? Thank you so much for the donation. Andrew Douglas, I appreciate that from the bottom of my heart. You're not that spiritual if you even think that to a certain degree. So keep that in mind too. Oh, okay. I see. Don't want to say this. Don't go on my You know what I'm saying? I ain't got time for all that. But yeah. So when you're in that circumstance and situation, right now, all of us, depending on where we go to get our bed sheets, our pillowcases, you know what I'm saying, the stuff like the decorations and stuff for our room around our bed and stuff, that's gonna be based on a description on what kind of seeds that we have planted down here in the 1, 2, and 3rd dimension. That's going to be the actual allegory of what it look like as far as our goals, or have we been bullcrapping and going for our spiritual paths and things of that nature. So keep that in mind too. You know, everybody might not be on a spiritual path because they may not even developed one. And that might be an issue. And right now they're going through an energy that's forcing them to start paying attention to things like that. So keep that in mind too. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the donation, Mara. I appreciate that from the bottom of my heart. So keep that in mind too. So you'll also be in a situation where if you have been planting bad seeds and stuff like that, this is going to be a description of you went to a negative department store, or you went to the esoteric Walmart when they was going through a little strike or something like that. So they ain't have a lot of covers there. They ain't have a lot of toilet paper there. They ain't have a lot of nothing there. So when you went there, you know what I'm saying, you went when everybody already was looting and stuff like that, like it was back in March 2020, the last week of March 2020 again, esoterically speaking. So that means you wasn't building yourself in a sufficient position that you were supposed to be building yourself in when everything was open, when everything was free, when you wasn't seeing things on the news telling you to go get toilet paper real fast and stuff like that. You were supposed to already be in this kind of energy like, all right, I'm a stock, I'm going to do this, that, and the third. But since you not, that was a concept of, and I'm just using that as an example too, what we all was supposed to be doing as far as energy work and not bull crapping for the past 3 years. See what I'm saying? Because I got to keep reiterating that right now because we're going through a new shift, new time, and ain't no looking back, and you have to hear that. Or you're not going to be reminded to stay on your creative gifts. You're not going to be reminded, and there's no purpose of even being online into spirituality if you're not going to have people you even listen to keep reminding that to you and stuff like, because it's easy for us to drift off, even the individual that's speaking that. You see what I'm saying? So keep that in mind. Thank you so much for the donation once again, Myra. I appreciate that from the bottom of my heart. So have to keep being reinvigorated in your mind, and these ain't even the hard things to do. These is the things that we supposed to already be making things excited about, but we just allow life to get us distracted, and there's a lot of things in life that don't make us excited. So you see what I'm saying? So at the same time, it's about our uphill battle, how much we can search and find excitement in there, find creativity in there, find purpose in there, whether it look like something we lack and don't have or not, and thing. Yeah, I was about to say, and stuff. It's the PBS channel. And as long as you in that perspective, you'll always develop an idea or a creative solution to get you out of whatever perspective that you don't want to currently be in anyway. And this is the whole test and battle that we're going through as far as this conjunction, Sun and Taurus in the North Node. And, you know, we're going to be dealing with this for a whole month. So don't run away from this energy, or it's almost like you're running away from yourself. Remember, stars are water, consciousness. And the more distant the star, the more that's where you strive to be, because it's our only example. And for the most part, with the sun being in Taurus and it's conjuncting Lilith, this is our example right now, what we are transforming a new glorified body to be. And, you know, the first form of body that we create as spirits is a mentality. So if your mentality that you're creating is not even going to match with the tools that spirits came up with to be able to use to understand this, then this is what makes you fake woke. You see what I'm saying? So for the most part, if you know it's within the allegory of where your spirit is striving to create a spaceship, a consciousness, you know that it's in the allegory right now of the Canaanite god, aka the sun is in Taurus. So you need to be striving for some form of stability, security, and safety. Now it has a filtering system with it because it's conjuncting and it's sharing a space. It's sharing a space and location, an area of our life. And we're able to interpret it with astrology tool. And right there we got Lilith. I mean, not Lilith, the North Node, right? AKA where we strive to be, the hemisphere of the northern part of the sun that get emitted to cause a reflection. Anytime that reflection there that we call the moon, to give us the understanding of the position in the sky, that's always going to be considered the North and the South Node, which will be the ruler of the North Node would be Sagittarius, and the South Node, which would be Gemini. So it being in the energy right now of Taurus, right? It's in conjuncting the energy of its ruler or its natural position. So understand that North Node energy can be our moral compass, could be our Polaris, that whatever we want to call it. Could be anytime you have a higher idea about anything that's south, west, or east to your lower hemisphere of your lower desires, even to your higher desires. You have a northern portion of that also, if you want to call it a direction. There ain't no such thing as direction, really. It's this internal, external, contraction, expansion, dimness, brightness. And don't ever get it fucked up, because it always leads to emission. We are emitting, not traveling technically. You have to make a form that big, that reach that mass, based on the power that your spirit have, aka the ability to expand and contract, go inner form and out of form. Thank you so much for the donation, Naga. I appreciate that from the bottom of my heart. Like that name. Born but yeah. So this is the spiritual travels and that we're going through in the sky right now. And what we need to understand is this: if you're on the right path, this will put you in the right position where you're actually planting the right seeds. But what does it mean to say you're being on the right path? This is one of the tools. Knowing that the sun is in Taurus, knowing it's conjuncted in North Node, knowing what the North Node mean, and knowing what the sun mean. Blending these two energies together creates sex to create harmonious energies in your life, and what creates a boat for you to ride the current and not get washed up under the current events. When you ride the current, you're the one who creating the events. When you get washed up under the current, you're lost into someone else who created an event for you, or you was lost in gossip or something like that. So that's the actuality of it to make it make sense. Incense oil, candle, deodorant stick. It got the toothpick end on it. It got the toothpick end on it. YouTube, you know what I'm saying? Got that, like, you know what I'm saying? I was just got the toothpick end on it. I don't know real stuff, but yay. So y'all got to keep that in mind when we start to talk about breaking down energies and actually know what you're doing. And when you do it, you'll get confirmation that you're on the right path and things of that nature, or you'll get confirmation that you need to adjust something, or you'll get confirmation that you mundane and you ain't doing anything at all. So ain't nothing going on in your life, negative or positive. And once your spirit go too far down that line of reasoning and train of thought, your spirit will create a negative circumstance just for the sake of experiencing. It been dying to live. Contracting just to expand. I'm going into density forms just to see what it's about to get back out of it. You know what I'm saying? So, for the most part, now let's get into it. since we passed 12 minutes in. Now, the sun conjunct in the North Node in Taurus, taking actions or creating viewpoints towards the stability, security, or safety in our spiritual path, if you even have one. And I have to say that for a lot of individuals, because right now, you know, we're getting at a scarcity stage where people are lacking purpose and developing a purpose or a false sense of what the term purpose actually is, based on the shadow government, all these false ads that they're presenting right now, all these misconducts and these circumstances that's allowing people to create this weird image in their head, like this is what they expect to see, what it means to be spiritual or successful or a celebrity. And it's getting you real lost in things of that nature, especially when you're here supposed to be the shaker and the mover right now. But here's the thing. Taking action or creating viewpoints towards the stability, security, and safety of our spiritual path, right? How secure can you put yourself in a spiritual path? For an example, let's say if you do have a purpose in a spiritual path, but you may work at Taco Bell, right? So how stable are you on your spiritual path? AKA, how much percentage of that check from Taco Bell go towards your spiritual path or go towards things you have accumulated as far as bills or things you didn't necessarily need to have based on you going through situations that you gave up on life at such a small percentage scale. It's planned out as satisfactions that's not productive, aka spending your money on bull crap, things that don't develop, and stress eating and excuses to do things to enjoy yourself based on you not liking your current circumstance that you are in for you to be obtaining crumbs. So in a nutshell, how much percentage scale of that, how much percentage level of that money or that energy that you're putting in that Taco Bell job is going towards your creative gift, if you have a purpose at all, which was my purpose of saying that too. So, you know, if you ain't got no purpose at all, you're just working for bills anyway. So you're working to make more bills. You're working to do, you're actually have been mentally trained to think that this was life in some way, shape, or form. Thank you so much for the donation, Myra. I appreciate that from the bottom of my heart. So you have to make sure that you're not in that kind of energy and start to reduplicate that. You know what I'm saying? Because you'll be reduplicating the hell that you're considering a heaven. And it's like them giving you the esoteric jail key and you just throwing it away yourself, where you don't necessarily have to. But they didn't made your jail cell think it was the best thing since a slice of cheese and anchovy bread with pepperonis on it, due to the fact that they got a flat screen in there, got the new phones in there, they got relationships, got this new convenience in there, this new way of conducting money in there, these new type of assistant jobs in there. So for the most part, yeah, this is their new life. But at the same time, all these conveniences lack our ability to actually spark our own creative gift and talents to be able to manifest still in the same degree. You know what I'm saying? So spirituality is at an all-time high, and we can get blinded right now due to the fact of one of the spiritual energies itself, which is the North Node being in the earth sign, where if you are already like one of those type of individuals that ain't really like spiritual like that, and you're like baby feeded in it, so you still think you are, you'll be the first person that's an example for real spiritual people to be like, oh, this person considers spirituality based on what an individual have accumulated or what an individual have or how disciplined they are. And that ain't really got nothing to do with spirituality. Now, there's gifts and perks and negative energies and curses to everything, right? But when you're unbiased, you're able to see what you see. You're able to see God's word and everything, even things that ain't got nothing to do with our word. You see what I'm saying? Therefore, you'll even be able to go to a bus station and be able to obtain some knowledge and wisdom from a bum. Even if everything that's coming out from their mouth is foolishness, you'll be able to see the knowledge out of it, even if you're dissecting whatever that they're saying is the reason why they're at the bus station being a bum at the moment anyway, even expressing themselves. When you unbiased, you know how to separate yourself from everything and still be able to see God's word, period. You see what I'm saying? And that's another test that Taurus, North Node and Taurus right now is going to be testing us, right? Testing us extremely. And it's squaring Lilith, even though Lilith is kind of later in Leo. So it's putting us in a situation where it's testing our character too. Are you blinded by characteristics and how good that a group of characters set the stage? Or are you more bent on the genuality on how the stage was built in the first place and what kind of audience is the individuals on stage attracting? And when you decipher those, this is you building true character to be able to be in the right position for your spiritual path to grow and materialize and manifest in the earth element anyway. Which, you know, it's going to be like that, but you have to make sure that whatever intent that you're jumping into
you don't have that on your mind. AKA, oh, I'm into spirituality, but I don't care about it if I'm not getting likes or if I'm not getting money or this, that, and third. And I got to go get this first before spirituality. God going to look at you like you's a weak human right now with a weak spirit. And you should have been going through those thoughts 3 years ago and things of that name. Did you miss a shift or two? That's how God going to look at you. And God going to put people like me in front of you and other individuals that you are aware of in your real life or even people you watch online that act out the same energy to remind you, to repeat it in your brain again. Get out that bed if you don't like that bed then, regardless of how much you already bought sheets for it, and it's a bed that you already don't like. You know what I'm saying? You can get rid of stuff. Go build some more esoteric currency. You might got to do a little bit more than other individuals who got things in their back pocket. That don't mean you don't got to put in the work, and that don't mean you can't still reach the finish line. You just got to sacrifice and be unscared of, you know, having to take a little bit more time than others, experiencing a little bit more blockages than others. You know what I'm saying? You're just reaping what you sow. Get with the program, though. You got the first halfway of winning a battle is knowing you got a problem. So when you know you in an ego, and you know if you keep going further in that ego, I was about to say Leo. They're synonymous, though. But you know the further you go in it, you know it's going to lead you down that train of thought, line of reasoning that manifests as physical events that's further away from your goal, further away from your path. And you're going to know it's the mental energy that's manifesting physically that look like the thing that you use to make you feel like you're right about something. And you know that's the first thing you got to get rid of. Lucifer. That's Lucifer. That's your version of it right there. You know, that's the first thing you got to get rid of if you're going to be in this new time right now. That's that. The hardest thing be the things we be looking at that we first give an excuse to, like that ain't the problem. It's always that. It's always be the mental thing that we forced ourselves to build our character on. That's why I say be careful even accepting all validations. That's good. It's cool to kind of jump in, but you could go too far at something that you know you're good at and get a lot of validation on, and that still leads you into a demise and a shadow priest. I done seen all these realms. I've been here eons. I done seen it all. So a lot of stuff that y'all be thinking when y'all life is going good could still lead to train wrecks and stuff like that. And it always do anyway. It just might lead into a train wreck longer than a lot longer down the line, or a few years down the line than someone who's already on the wrong track. And then I've seen a lot of lifestyles where the wrong track sometimes lead into a right track faster than someone who think they're on the right track that actually leads into a long track. It just took longer to get there. Like, it's deep. You got to be so unbiased. But, you know, if you ain't go through a lot of experiences, you a spirit right now at your early stages of learning. And I pity you. I'm a little jealous of you because I remember those times, man. You just could be a human now for the first couple times, man. That's feel good being retarded in that way. That's actually more intelligent for real. Thanks so much for that. That's actually what it means when God say, "Don't bite no fruit," and you will ever forever live. You be like at that stage, man. I love them kind of humans. Real shit. Like the most dumbest be the most retarded though. The most retarded be the most smartest. It's weird. I don't want to go down that line of thought. That's a whole other live stream, but it's true to that. It's true to the Garden of Eden to the east, a group of spirits that don't know nothing, gullible, but the whole world being in that stage is still a better circumstance. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all still play out another form of intelligence. Because everything that when you unbiased, you know there's a retardation and there's a intelligence in all worlds of realities. For example, you could be in a rehab or a group around thieves or retards and stuff like that. There's going to be a most intelligent one amongst them. See what I'm saying? Thank you so much for donation. You said you done spoke more truth than anyone out there. Salute to you coming from a Taurus sun. And I appreciate that from the bottom of my heart. Real stuff. And we about to get into the alignments and stuff for everybody. I'm just looking at YouTube. I don't know why YouTube trying to play with me and stuff like that. I ain't even on Wi-Fi. Stop playing with the fuzziness and stuff. I'm starting to see what's going on or something like that. Like, it's weird. You know what I'm saying? It's weird. This YouTube just leave Uriel alone. You know what I'm saying? They just mad because I don't care about sparking my own light. But yeah, there's a lot of deep energies going on that you need to realize right now. Don't get caught in the flux, because the shadow government, the Resident Evil Corporation, is also going to be utilizing this also. So, be aware. Don't get blinded by all the images that you see with their UFOs. AKA, there's going to be new ads, new commercials, new all kind of stuff that play out as conveniences that'll rock you to sleep. But it'll be their way of creating a new image of what we should expect to see, or what spiritualities should look like. Hey, you might get persuaded into these things, and then now you're building their world mentally, and then next year down here look like it. So we got to stop right now. We got to stop in our tracks before we be giving all of our esoteric currency, aka our attention, to certain magic squares that don't serve us and just give us crumbs at the end of the day. See what I'm saying? Thank you so much for the donation, Myra. You said insanity is a step from being a genius, or however you say, real stuff. You have to go through the depths, expands the limits of something. And sometimes it play out as extremely crazy, but then on the other polar end, it play out as extreme genius. But somewhere in the middle, it expanded something. And that always needs to be changed. And that's where that Uranus energy come in also, like the water cycle. Where, for something to be changed, rebelled, for something to be unique, original, and individual, something has to be changed, rebelled, and opposed against. Or there will be no expansion. There will be nothing new. And if it ain't nothing new, there ain't no God. This is going to be a whole bunch of devils, mentally, spirits, and physically down here. Whole bunch of limitations, limited ways of doing things, not a new way of doing something, even if it do look like the same as something else. So we got to keep that in mind too. Thank you so much for the donation. Hey, you. He said, I feel like internet going to be cut off. Well, yeah, that's why I say we can't give too much importance to feelings and stuff like that. Maybe certain apps and stuff get cut off though, but never forget, right? You in a humanistic world. So for you to have the internet means that's somebody's business. And we in a world full of business. You know what I'm saying? Real stuff. So sometimes we can add spirituality to stuff to be like, based on how our minds think. But when we put ourselves in the shoes of people in corporations and stuff like that, you start to realize everybody is humans at some point. I ain't about to waste my time making a whole corporation just to shut it down because people feel about spirituality and the world ending and stuff like that. No, I made YouTube because it's my running business and I take care of my family and I can make corporations off this. It's gonna stay online. So once y'all normalize yourselves and get out of the spookism and stuff, y'all start understanding life a little bit. Thank you so much for the donation. Myra, you said balance is key, organizes chaos. Real stuff. Myra kicking game. But yay. You know what I'm saying? That y'all gotta peep game. Just because we preview to these things and we don't even got the first thoughts of thinking we'd ever even be in on stuff like this, we still got to think in reality, though. A group of humans that took the time to be in on this, you best to believe it'll be another internet. If this internet cut off, it'll be another internet, and it'll be called TubeU. And same way dude got rich off MySpace at the time. Believe that. We in a humanistic world. Always remember that first. Why is it that blurry? Why is they trying to play me like this? I don't know. What you got going on, YouTube? I'm trying to light sage and instant oil sticks and preach spirituality and stuff like that. Why you got it all blurry like that? Now it's clearing up. I don't know what's going on. With YouTube, but YouTube is on some weird games. And it probably ain't got nothing to do with that. I bet it ain't got nothing to do with the wiping the screen. It ain't got nothing to do with wiping the screen. Thank you so much for the donation, Myra. You say you better believe it, but believe in nothing. Real stuff. You better believe it, but believe in nothing. Because once you in something, you inside something. That's it. You might be trapped forever, and you don't want to die encapsulated in nothing. You already encapsulated in your own mind. That's enough. Because we have a hard time dealing with our own mind. Thank you so much for the donation, Universal Code 9. You said, what up, bro? 45 time around the Sunday. Real stuff. Yeah, that number 9. 9 sigils and aspects and allegories. And 9 shifts. That's actually a ritual too. So this all the energies that we get ready to experience before you two want to go fuzzy again for no apparent reason and stuff. These are the energies we get ready to experience. So look, this is the main challenge. Let me make sure I ain't going ahead of myself. Okay, look. So Sun conjunct North Node in Taurus. Taking actions or creating viewpoints towards the stability, security, or safety of our spiritual path, if you even have one. See what I'm saying? Now, don't become a person that's too old, full of unnecessary baggage and trauma. Remember, you could be a 17-year-old old person right now. But this specifically for elders and stuff like that, especially if you reach the Saturn return and stuff like that, which that'll make you old, but you might have that energy. Then it become too late, even at the circumstance you in. So keep that in mind. You said, thank you so much for the donation, Myra. You said you're clear for us. They're playing with you. Yeah, I don't know why they, yeah, on my end, it just keep being fuzzy in and out, but I see it being clear now. Yeah, I don't know why. I think every time I'm starting to notice something, every time I share it with the Doelowdapilotman page, they come over here and play with stuff. And every time I don't, it'd be okay, the whole live stream. And I shouldn't even said that, but I said that a few times before. There's a lot of other stuff I'll be doing too to try to see if confirmation before I speak on it, because I already know the average human mind, how they think. And so if I don't say nothing, they might not think I'm thinking that way. And I be going beyond to try to see. And it'd be confirming. I be like, oh, look at this, man. The humans is this low. They that petty. But that's another whole other live stream for the other channel, though, before I start taking down a lot of the videos. Now, look, peep game, though, right? So, with the sun, let me run this down. With the sun conjuncted North Node in Taurus, taking action or creating viewpoints towards the stability, security, or safety in our spiritual path, if you even have one. So don't become a person that's too old, full of unnecessary baggage and trauma. You definitely can't be used at this time. And feelings mean nothing in this age of Aquarius. And it's going to be going back in Capricorn. The universe already was beating us up if we was too much in our feelings about stupid stuff. We got to be a little bit more light. You're not even going to manifest a good relationship if you too emotionally traumatized out. You know what I'm saying? So it was already putting us through that energy. But for the most part, it's the thing. If you become too old you're just an old person with baggage and trauma, you definitely can't be used this time. Because feelings means nothing in the age of Aquarius, especially competing with younger individuals who are more mentally stable than you are. You know what I'm saying? And they're willing to participate with the world. So if you like somebody's parents, like you like in your 40s, 50s, dumb type of parents and 60s and stuff, and you're not willing to get with the new program and stuff like that, right? You just an old person with trauma. If you got your Saturn return and you in your 30s and things of that nature, right? If you ain't done the things you were supposed to do in your 20s and you not in a situation right now that it actually look like it's a potential and you got some reputation or something like that, you get ready to even feel older. You getting old and you're not useful. And if you in your 20s and things of that nature, you in that little good blending easing point. You in that blending point right now. So because you getting ready to reach your Saturn return, but you ain't reach your Saturn return, and then a lot of y'all got some years to go. So you got that choice right now. Hey, I know I could be a mover or a shaker, or I could make my bed for the next 10, 15 years. But my bed I'm making for the next 10, 15 years ain't gonna be so depressing as someone who actually going through a Saturn return right now, or someone who actually in their 30s, or someone who actually in their 40s and 50s and got kids that's kind of a little, I'm just 7 years older than them or something like that. You like in that space. You like in that between tropics and Capricorn space right now, where you got a little wiggle room. You ain't got a lot though. You ain't got a lot of time. And you ain't got forever. You got about 2-3 years to be like doing a cartwheel or two. And everybody who probably like 20, let's say 19 and below, they just about to be the new people in the world. That's it. They ain't got to think about none of these problems like that. Once you get about, let's say 18 and below, 17, 18 and below. Once you get 19, 20, Legal drinking age 21. Let the games begin. You know what I'm saying? You at that melting stage. You at that melting stage right now where you like, okay, yeah, I see the world. I see that it's up to me. I could be the mover or the shaker, or I could be the one that make my bed. But 10, 15 years, I could kind of like kick it to the curb too, and still be at the space that some people at right now that they better make a decision now. They ain't got 2 years or 3 like me. You know what I'm saying? So y'all got the chance to look at Saturn return people and be like, yeah, y'all probably got y'all last it. I probably got y'all see y'all got that melting stage, but y'all ain't got all day either though. Know that too. You know what I'm saying? Know that part too. You ain't got all day either. Male or female. But you got that wiggle room. It don't matter what y'all did. Whether y'all got kids or not. It don't matter what y'all did. Y'all got that wiggle room though right now. And that's from 20, 19, 20 to about 27. It's about 27. Y'all got that good wiggle room right now. No matter how many kids y'all got, or bills, responsibility, flunked out family trauma, even if you ain't got no kids, flunked out family traumas, whatever, like they got that good wiggle room right now. Good wiggle room. You ain't got all day though. You gotta still look at your bed like everybody else though and be like, You know what I'm saying? You still gotta be like, You still got to be the shaker and the mover. Now, Saturn return people. Saturn return brothers and sisters. You know what I'm saying? So once you get that 28, that 29, you know what I'm saying? That 30. About time for you to be the shaker mover. You ain't got no wiggle room. You got to shake now. Shake a little ass now. Let mama, you know what I'm saying? When we talk about spiritually speaking. Got to shake now. You got to move now. You got to shake and move. You got to shake and move. Ain't no, all right, if I want to shake and move, and then you can like reach that point to be like, all right, yeah, it's time for me. I'm the example. No, you ain't that age no more. Time for you to shake and move. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't trying to shake and move, you trying to live like the shakers and movers without shaking and moving. And you ain't got the wiggle room like them. It look like your Saturn, like you seen your Saturn come back. You know what I'm saying? You seen yours. They ain't seen theirs yet. You seen yours. You can't be out here trying to like live like the shakers and movers, and you ain't shaking and moving. They ain't seen they Saturn back yet. We gotta talk about that one a little bit. You seen yours. You know what I'm saying? Real stuff. It's about time for you to start shaking and moving now. You ain't got no more wiggle room. All right? Don't become that hag with baggage. All right? That's it. That's it. So we all in it right now. We're all in the game. Let the games begin. Welcome to your new you. Uranus and Taurus. Welcome to your new you. You know what I'm saying? So right now, you got to start shaking, moving now. Now, for the most part, here's the thing. So if you already seen your Saturn return, you know you ain't got no more time to waste. Your time is what you're supposed to be appreciating. Even if you're going through a flunked out time, you got to put your mind in this sigil of you appreciate the struggle. You appreciate the lead up. Like, what's that saying? You appreciate the lead up or whatever like that, because you starting your journey now, and you got to accept now, because you know now in your brain you seen Saturn come back already. So now to you is like in the back of your pineal gland, too late energies. You know what I'm saying? So your version of now is because you know you too late for something. So yeah, but you start now. Your time is now. Real stuff. Your time is now. You know what I'm saying? But you got to start shaking and moving if you seen Saturn come back. Now, everybody who ain't seen Saturn come back, you can think a little bit. But y'all the shakers and movers. Y'all the examples. Show us what we need to do with Bitcoin. You know what I'm saying? Whatever that is. Or CryptoCon and all that stuff. All right? You know what I'm saying? Show us what we need to do with that. With these new apps and stuff. Like, show us how to do this. You know what I'm saying? Show us what we're supposed to do with OnlyFans and stuff like that. Y'all supposed to be the ones telling us that it ain't prostitution and stuff like that. Yeah, y'all supposed to make it the new look. Well, we counting on y'all. You know what I'm saying? Or what we supposed to do with these rumbles and stuff like that? What we supposed to do? It's on y'all. Y'all got the little wiggle room. You got the little wiggle room right now. You got the little wiggle room. If you ain't know what I was talking about the little wiggle room, those are examples. Which y'all already doing these things. But I'm just putting the power back in y'all mind and let y'all know we doing these things. Stop acting like we ain't. You know what I'm saying? Or therefore, we wouldn't be seeing Fox News or CBS on YouTube trying to promote their stuff because TV is still be popular. Since we gave our esoteric currency our attention to YouTube, guess where they need to promote their news channels at? On YouTube. So last time I checked, that looked like we the ones with the power. It just looked like we don't act like it. So we don't be in no type of seat of demand and stuff like that. And I'd be demanding 40 million if Chris Rock got up. You know what I'm saying? Just think about it if we was all into it like that. We already have it. We'll be somewhere arguing about something else at that point. You know what I'm saying? Real stuff. The real stuff. But yeah, that's how you fight the good fights. You know what I'm saying? That's what I feel for. But in a nutshell, that's breaking that down. In a nutshell, Sun conjuncted Northnode in Taurus right now, and it don't make it better with Uranus already being here for the long period of time. It's just adding an extra emphasis to remind us, hey, Uranus, I've been here. And if you ain't know I was here before, here go the Northnode. You know what I'm saying? Here go the Sun right now. You know what I'm saying? Here go Mercury retrograde here right now. And you're forced to look at my energy. You know what I'm saying? So you're forced to change right now. You're forced to, even when Taurus was just in Uranus and getting help with Pluto and Capricorn, and when the moon was in Virgo and stuff like that. Those was like easy little processes where it was reminding you, yeah, you need to change, but it was still things in your life based upon the other alignments that was showing in your life that you don't really got to jump and do nothing now. Now you're naked. You got to do something now. You know what I'm saying? And when you thought you didn't, when you were sweeping things up under the rug, or had Tory Lane still in your closet, so now he want to complain and want to have a retrial and stuff like that because he knocking on your closet. Let me out. Let me out. You trying to say, shh, my family here. Shh, my friends here. You trying to hide your bullshit. Shh. Stop trying to make Tory Lanez be quiet. You know what I'm saying? He trying to tell us what's going on and why he locked in your closet in the first place because your mind, you lost in government and stuff. You know what I'm saying? You're like, doom. So, yo, DJ Academics got the man down. Enough of that. Then y'all better start watching astrology. I told y'all gonna have to settle on your embarrassments. Didn't I just talk about that? Did I just, oh, Lord Jesus Christ, have mercy on my soul. God damn it, I'll pay sharp. Just go ahead and pay sharp. You know what I'm saying? Just go ahead and pay sharp. You know what I'm saying? Maybe y'all can come up with a narrative, a mean, cold narrative, make it all go away. Hopefully. You know what I'm saying? Hey, DJ Academics a Taurus. Oh, I don't know that. Mercury retrograde. Happy flight day. Lord Jesus Christ, have mercy on my soul. What a flight day present. Lord Jesus Christ. Can't get rid of that one. Oh, Jesus Christ. Man down. Y'all better check what y'all didn't last summer. Mercury retrograde. You know what I'm saying? Go think about the past. Technology start going crazy. You know what I'm saying? Electronics. You know what I'm saying? Online. You know what I'm saying? Stuff messages get exposed. Yeah. You got to know what's going on Mercury retrograde. You know what I'm saying? Did you listen to that Wiz Khalifa song? I don't think I listened to that. Wiz Khalifa got a song called Mercury retrograde, bitch. Real stuff. Y'all keep track of these alignments now. You'll watch the current. You won't make mistakes in your life. You know what I'm saying? Life is a testing water stream, Jack and Jill down the hill, up the Jolly Beanstalk. The spider's web went down the stream to wash the spider out. There's a lot of knowledge in these children's songs. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of knowledge in these children carols. You got to really think, really listen. Get your egghead cracked. Don't be Jack and Jill going down any old hill. Once upon a time, they said, person who fall for anything don't stand for nothing. It's a lot of knowledge in children's songs. Start listening. I blame the Jews. God damn, man, down, man. But like I said, though, back to the Taurus energy. No pun intended. Taurus and Uranus. You know what I'm saying? Uranus and Taurus is causing a lot of changes for people. A lot of changes. A lot of changes in your life. Security, stability, support, messages. Message, all kind of stuff. Exposing physicality, physical health. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. So we gotta be okay right now. Y'all gotta check yourself, check y'all circumstances, the people y'all around, people y'all having sex with. You know what I'm saying? All kind of stuff. Extra check these things. Make it make sense. You know, be practical. You know what I'm saying? If you into astrology, yeah, you all use all that Taurus energy. Practicality, patience, stability, security, support. You know what I'm saying? Real grounded energy. Ground yourself. Even if you got to take your socks and shoes off, go outside and ground. You got whatever you got to do. You know what I'm saying? Real stuff. You just got to know what's going on right now. I feel for my Tauruses. But we're going through changes. Y'all. You know what I'm saying? Just make sure we all got our minds right and stuff like that. And Tauruses, y'all are the examples right now. Y'all the examples of what we should do and which we shouldn't do. Which we're going to get into that. You know what I'm saying? We're going to get into that right now. So like I said, the main challenge right now, before I get into each zodiac sign, specifically Tauruses, and all the goddamn houses, right? This is the main challenge that we're going to have to deal with. Trying to not delude yourself into thinking spirituality represents what you have or what someone else have accumulated from whatever that they are doing as a representation to what it looks like to be spiritual. That's the main challenge with this Taurus energy. You know, that's all jokes aside. That's the main challenge. So the main challenge is not justifying what a person just got or what you don't get or what you just got over someone else as a justification of you're more spiritual or you lack spirituality more than someone else at this current moment. That's the main challenge. Now, the main objective goal. This is the main objective goal right now. What would you say, Jackie Knew? You said Wiz Khalifa probably wish he was spiritual, but that song threw me up. Yeah, I know, and they had nothing about it. He should have had me as a feature on it. You know what I'm saying? It would have made sense at that point. He didn't turn it back into a weed head song. But shout out to Wiz. At least he typed in a little bit. That's all I care about from humans. As long as they tapped in a little bit. I don't care about nothing else. You know what I'm saying? Gotta respect everybody where they at. You know what I'm saying? Respect everybody where they at. Or this won't be no caring and loving world. Love everybody who they are. You know what I'm saying? Because they can't be nobody else but who they are. So that's what you're supposed to be focused on the love. Or you're lost trying to look for something else, and that ain't actually what it is. And whatever you think you're doing, got a bias or an ego behind it. And if you suck anybody in that world, you on a high horse is somebody else's hell, and it became your heaven. You know what I'm saying? Nobody got time for that. That's some humanistic shit. Nobody got time for that. That's some humanistic stuff. AKA demons. That's a demon. You know what I'm saying? And finally tomorrow, I don't know, they set my teeth appointment a month later from when I went there and stuff like that. So finally tomorrow, I think it's tomorrow or day after tomorrow. I hope it's tomorrow. Go ahead and get it out the way. I hate sitting in dentists and hospitals, especially emergency rooms, because I don't ever go to no hospital. But anytime I gotta go there, it's only if I'm going to my family doctor or a goddamn emergency room, because goddamn it, I done got dried out and I need some insulin. And that's pretty much it. You know what I'm saying? Hey, that's pretty much it. You know what I'm saying? I know how to come up and think about fluid diets and all that myself. I mean, nobody talking to me secretly rocking my insurance to sleep. You know what I'm saying? That's all that be about. That's all that be about. You know what I'm saying? Real stuff. They done did the same thing about 30,000 times. I'm like, man, listen, man, I'm cool and all that. Y'all just making up stuff at this point now. You know what I'm saying? Real stuff. Just making up stuff. You know what I'm saying? I can hydrate myself just drinking some water. I'm saying real stuff. I don't need no special sea salt water tube pipe. You know what I'm saying? I just make an excuse to ask somebody there a couple more hours later, man. Go somewhere. I said real stuff. Y'all got a really peep game. Really peep game, man. The world ain't about nothing, man. Once your insurance go in and stuff like that, they be trying to maximize their duties and obligations with stuff you don't even gotta do. Stuff you don't gotta do. That's why they be taking hours and hours, man. I ain't never going to the emergency room again. Never. Never. Lord Jesus Christ. Never. Man, no way I recommend the emergency room to nobody. I do recommend having a home doctor. You know what I'm saying? Emergency room only if you need it. So if you like a cancer patient, diabetic or something like that and stuff, I recommend home doctors. I don't recommend no emergency room. The only if you necessarily need it. But I know people I'm talking to already got probably home doctors. People with my kind of issue. You know what I'm saying? You got like stuff like pancreatitis, diabetes, cancer, stuff like that. These type people need home doctors. You know what I'm saying? Someone you always can go to and talk to and stuff, and because that's the person who deal with you and your issue. So that's the person that always can subscribe you and stuff. Whenever you need some tremadols, you know what I'm saying? Or some morphine. You know what I'm saying? Real stuff. Oh, what's the other one? Hydrocodone. That one weak though. That's weak. Now, if you got sickle cell or you got diabetes, you know what I'm talking about. You don't know what I'm talking about if you got some other type stuff like some cancer or if you something else, the bulimic or something like that. You don't know what I'm talking about. If you got diabetes or you got sickle cell, y'all, I'm hitting home, ain't I? I'm hitting home right now, ain't I? You know what I'm saying? Stuff. But look, check this out. Let me just small commercial break, y'all. Small commercial break. I'm saying instant oil sticks. I'm saying real stuff. But I can't wait to have my school because in the nutrition and the medical portion of it and stuff like that, I want to give new ideas and stuff like that for the pharmaceutical so they can start dealing with proper ways and right starting points of knowing what to attack. For an example, when we start to talk about a cold, or when we start to talk about when you get like what they call that ammonia, if you outside too long without a coat and stuff like that, they're trying to make you think it's things floating in the air and stuff like that when it comes to ammonia and stuff like that. No, these things is based on body temperature. Just like you put a cup of water in the freezer and then you hurry up and run it up under some hot water. If it's a glass, it'll crack. That's the same thing your blood cells do and stuff like that. If you know how to match your body temperature and stuff like that with the seasons, and everybody's body temperature is different, then you won't develop the mucus. Because that's all it is this mucus. When you think you blow your nose and shit like that. I mean, it's all mucus. You know what I'm saying? But you need mucus. You just don't need too much of it. Because it'll start to develop as tissues and all this other type of stuff. And clog up stuff and become blood plasma. Now you got blood flows and plasma in wrong areas, and now this is how you get cancer and stuff like that. And I have to make sure I don't reach that route based on having pancreatitis because I got hernia pancreatitis. Because I had an Audi, but I had a hernia too based upon the straining. And my mother never even took me to go get it fixed. So it's like chicken pox. So when you become an adult, it grow in it. And I'm not saying it's like chicken pox. I don't get chicken pox. I'm saying, like, remember that saying they used to say, because I'm Indian. That's how they used to wipe out the Indians, with smallpox. But you know how they used to say, they used to force their kids to get the chickenpox shot, because they say if you don't, when you get the chickenpox shot, you will get it when you're in elementary. Therefore, it prevents you from getting it when you over 18. Because if you get it when you over 18, you could die. That's what they used to tell us and stuff like that. Well, at least that's what my mom said and stuff. That's why they got it and forced everybody to get it, so you can get chickenpox in elementary and stuff like that. Like, they didn't even let you come to school if you don't get that shot. Like, I remember that. And my mom had to do that too. They did that to her too. Like, nobody, you ain't even allowed to go. You wasn't allowed to go to school and go to the 7th grade if you ain't get that shot. You know what I'm saying? But there was mad people that we're older to this day that never got that, didn't get the chicken pox, and ain't die once they was older, even if they got the chicken pox. So that was just some other stuff, like how they doing with the Resident Evil thing right now and stuff like that. But the reason why I made that example is because that's how my neighbor is. I have a hole under this. Like, I had to wear a penny for the first 3 years of my life. A cotton ball and a penny with tape over it, right? But I guess my mom just thought I was gonna go. As I became 18 and older, my tissue that was empty there grew another way. And now I just start eating my pancreas and stuff like that. So it's like what they call it, umbilical. That's what they call it. That's what I got. Umbilical hernia pancreatitis. That's exactly what I got right there. So my intestines always getting tangled and swallowing my pancreas. That's exactly what I got. And when I say intestines, I'm not talking about your nuts. Your intestines is your gut rope. You know what I'm saying? Because I know a lot of y'all be thinking that. So what happens with me is my blood supply cut off, and I get dehydrated for no reason, and can't nothing pass through. That's why I can't eat. And then now I need insulin in order to pump back up. You know what I'm saying? That's exactly what I got. So even if I drink water at that time, it'll all stay in me. It won't have no outlet, no nothing. Because my pancreas and my gut rope, they all in some type, they swollen. They're swollen right now. It'd be not right now per se, but that's what I'll be going through and stuff like that. For anybody who didn't know, all newcomers, people who've been watching me for years, been knew that though. But the people who've been watching me for years be like, yeah, Dolo don't even be sick that long when he be sick. It'd be mad times, my face be all puffy and stuff like that. And man, I used to go through it, but I just learned how to self-heal. Stop going to the hospital so much. Because that's why my face and stuff used to always be puffy and stuff like that too. It wasn't necessarily because I was sick. A lot of times it was because of those medications they was giving me. Like Zoflax or whatever like that. The stuff that prevent you from vomiting. Like, nah, I be needing that. I can't be holding that stuff in. Heck nah. It'll come out as cold sweats and stuff like that. Nah, I don't like that. I don't like that. Let it come out the way it's regularly don't come out. And I flush out better like that. And now I don't throw up as much anymore. So it's like, that made me think about the hospital and stuff like that, where they try to, it's always good to get more than one person's advice or whatever like that. That's why it's good to have family doctors too and stuff like that. Because, man, one to be trying to convince you and they don't even be knowing what they be talking about. So they'd be thinking that a certain medicine that worked for one of their family members or something like that will automatically work for you. And you might not even got the same type of circumstances they family member. Like, they family member might got gastritis, a gallstone or something like that. So they'll give you something for that, and it'll be burning your stuff out, and because you ain't even got no gallstone there to burn. So they'll give you some medicine for a gallstone, and there ain't even no gallstone there to burn and stuff like that, and talk about, but since it's the same symptom, right? They don't know no better. They just put it on the screen and be like, oh yeah, the same symptoms mean we have to get this person. So yeah, you got to always get more than one person's, because no. Stay away from the emergency room. Stay away from the emergency room, period. You know what I'm saying? That's all I gotta say. Just stay away from them, man. Just stay away from the retrograde. If you can. If you like going through that time, nobody around like that and stuff like that, then do it. But man, if you ain't got to, man, listen, even if you shot, going to the emergency room ain't gonna change nothing. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna die right on that emergency bed. You know what I'm saying? Real stuff, no painkiller, no patch, nothing. You know what I'm saying? Nothing, no painkiller, no patch, nothing. It might take a whole hour and a half for the next person to come in there and stuff like that to give you that. You didn't die the first 15 minutes you was there. Oh, saying real stuff. They forgot about you. It's all cold and stuff like that. Your bullet wound nail, your goddamn knife wound all open and stabbed. It's all cold in there and stuff like that. You like, oh nah. You start looking like Seal from Batman soundtrack and stuff. Like, oh, they going down with the buck 50 on your face, looking like Chano. They're like, damn, like what's going on? Oh, saying real stuff. Like, I don't know what's going on. You done died 15 minutes there and stuff like that. They done came in the room 2 hours later talking about all stuff. We tried to save her. We tried to save him. No, y'all didn't. Y'all took about 2 hours and a half out there drinking 50-cent coffees from a coffee machine. Real stuff that pour up when they fill up them little plastic cups and stuff like that. You're like, man, this little, man, where the real coffee machine at? Where the doctor man's office at? I know he got a whole Walmart coffee machine in there to fill up a whole, you know what I'm saying, 20-ounce cup. I said, where is this room at? I said, real stuff. Real. But yeah, all right, commercial over. We're going to talk about these alignments now so you can know what to do. Now, the main objective, right? But yeah, we got to get real physical and stuff like that. Just the energies we in right now. So it's all still in the same realm of reality. Taurus. Oh, saying real stuff. But look, check it out, right? So the main objective goal is to ground yourself into things you claim. Things you claim the things you claim was your purpose. Or to finally realize what's your purpose so you can get rid of old and outdated ways of thinking to get back on track. Even if you're late to the esoteric train, which is your new self and your spiritual path right now. So that's the main objective right now. So we already know what's the main challenge. Making sure you're not justifying spirituality too much into earth elemental type things, which is materializing and maternal. But the main objective right now is to ground yourself into things that you claim was your purpose, or for you to finally realize that wasn't your purpose right now, so you can actually get rid of these things so you actually can get back on track and develop a purpose, whether you have to be an esoteric vampire right now or not. Because don't make your bed right now. You know what I'm saying? Especially if it's already about done because you've been bullcrapping for the last 3 years. You need to be looking at this bed like, oh, nah, even though I went to that faulty Walmart when everybody looted it and got those sheets that was only there, you know, I still don't even care about this whole bed. I know I need to get rid of this whole bed or whatever like that. So let me just go ahead and sleep on the floor or this air mattress for a little bit longer, build some esoteric currency so now I can not miss a shift and go to the right department store to get the right type of water bed or whatever like that. You know what I'm saying? Esoterically speaking. AKA this would be you reaping what you sow, AKA experiencing blockages, but knowing that you're still going to reach that destination if you're doing it in a good, peaceful way, to still be able to make this new bed that we all need to make to express our new selves to lay in for the next 10, 15 years that we're going through right now. Because earth energies don't play anyway. Earth energies play out as patience. So, you know, for you to become your true individual self, even with just Uranus being in Taurus, that takes patience. Hey, but you better start now. It's not saying that this is going to wait on your form of patience. Yeah, you got to be patient with it, but it's giving you a job and obligation right now. Become unique, become original, change and rebel and oppose against something that's productive, aka Uranus. Not, oh, since I am in a patient sign right now about changes, Uranus changes about patience is in Taurus. I'm not waiting on your version of it, waiting on you, aka I'm still a star and we don't wait on no human. You see what I'm saying? So don't think the day is going to wait for you. You're going to be sitting around waiting around, and the nighttime, the sun going to rise, the sun going to come up again. Yeah, that mean it didn't wait for you. You somewhere still waiting around. See what I'm saying? So nothing is waiting. So you might as well not even God. So you better peep game right now. Also, now, so that's the whole objective goal right now. to ground yourself into things you claimed that was your purpose, or to realize, finally, if that's not your purpose. Don't make no excuse and try to fix something that ain't broke. That's something you just need to leave alone on the side of the road. See what I'm saying? We no longer use toasters, so we don't care if that toaster still work. We got other stuff now. And that's just a dumb example, but I'm just trying to help you understand what's going on. Yeah, the toaster might still work, but don't nobody use the toaster phone anymore. So yeah, it might still work, and you might still could justify why you got it with you, but just using that itself, you're not going to receive the new updates and stuff like that because your toaster phone is not going to be able to work for it. And things, or that toaster ain't going to be able to toast the new kind of bread that everybody trying to get right now because we tired of getting crumbs, and we want the whole bread loaf. You know what I'm saying? So that's how you got to kick game in your mind right now. That's how you got to kick game in your mind and to others. So that's you receiving law as above, so below. And then that's you receiving the law and as within, as without. You pass that law on to other individuals. Now, here's the thing. Here's our tools you can use right now before we get into each zodiac and before we get into each house. Here's what tools you can use as if you are an alchemist to kind of put you ahead of the game, even if you're not deep into astrology. It's just certain virtues and principles you can utilize right now to direct that energy, which is these specific virtues and principles I'm going to talk about, words out of the encyclopedia, that correlate to the earth, the fixed earth energy, specifically speaking, Taurus, that you can utilize as a mind state, intent, before you start to act out your ritual and spell, whatever you speak or do with your body or use things. And when you do that, it'll speed up the process because you're still doing things in the right filtering system of the energy and stuff like that. So these are tools you can use to direct towards whatever creative gift or passion that you're trying to direct it towards for your purpose. Tools that can be used to maximize your energy to speed up the process, whatever you're directing this energy towards to materialize or manifest. Consistency is one, using the energy of consistency, loyalty, or being loyal to something, regardless of the position or the outcome of it at the moment. Building or building bonds with others based on status and what makes sense, but also genuine and down to earth. A little bit of being stingy with your energy towards unworthy people. That's towards your certain level of your life at the moment. So that's not meaning being ego. That means know where you at the moment and know who you wasting time with or not. Even if you got the wrong job at the moment. Look at these things and be like, okay, this job ain't good for my time. And I could go get another job or do something else with my time that'll put me in a better position. Now, for the most part, and then being the boss of your own destiny. When you know how to take control and be the boss of whatever that you're trying to experience at the moment, without too many fart clouds and other people's expectations controlling your actions about your path, whether you're getting ready to lead into a negative path or not, right? That's all God want to see anyway. But based upon your energy of what you put behind it and how many other weird fart clouds expectations they're putting on you, if you allow them to redirect your actions, or even if you still do something, but you're carrying all their thought forms with you, you're still showing God that you're in the wrong space. So even whatever you're getting ready to do, you're still going to prove these individuals wrong because that's what you're holding on to, their expectation. So even if you do get rebellious, you're doing it for the wrong person, the devil, not God. And God ain't going to put you in no position, even if you do fail, to get up back again and be like, I told you so. It's going to make you fail and run back and be like, I never should do that again, and stay in your little hell or something like that. You know what I'm saying? So you got to have real trust in God and faith and belief and imagination in the way how you're supposed to actually see it. So those are the tools. Now we're going to get into each zodiac sign role that they play. So the role you play in this new initiation of who will be themselves and create a new circumstance for themselves first in this new world. This is the game that we all playing right now, right? So for the most part, it's starting in Taurus right now. So that's the energy that we're going for. And for the most part, I'm about to run down each zodiac sign or what role that you play right now. Now, starting off with Aries, specifically the sun signs, but you can add in the moon and the ascendant and what actual planet rules them. You may experience subsidiary versions of these. So your sun will be your actions, how you view things, and how other people see you. Your moon will be your reactions, how you feel about things and what you are attracting, and what puts you in fight or flight mode. Your ascendant is going to be about the position or your observation. So it could be what you develop as a personal trait or what you start to experience in your personal life via the people, places, and things in your personal life that you're personally connected to have that observation. So it could be, so you can have a certain ascendant sign and have people in your personal life that's not that ascendant sign, but whatever event that they're creating for you to observe might be the energy of your ascendant sign for you to be aware of it. So it could be part of what you are aware, and sometimes what people see from you of how you appear to be at times, even when you are unaware of it. You know what I'm saying? Real stuff. For an example, my mother a Virgo, but she's into music and stuff like that. And that's how I came up, just listening to music and dancing around the house and stuff like that. So my mother ain't a Leo. I'm a Leo ascendant. So it's what I'm personally observing is Leo qualities, no matter who the person is. So it can become a personal trait of mine, or sometimes what I'm personally interested in, even if it's not me. So sometimes I'm personally interested into people who got households like that and stuff like that. Where it's more of a vibe than just some dry, logical type stuff a person got to sit around in the corner and think all day. I don't come from that kind of background. You know what I'm saying? I come from a real La La Land background. You know what I'm saying? Funky town, La La Land background. You know what I'm saying? Night don't end. You know what I'm saying? Music all night. James Brown all night. Rodder Troutman all night. You know what I'm saying? Real stuff, like all night. Tupac all night. DJ Quick all night. You know what I'm saying? Sugar Free all night. I come from that. You know what I'm saying? Real stuff. That one song EPMD had, Eric Sherman and them. I'm trying to get all the kind of concept, kind of my range. I mean, that's my mom. That's like my mom's little range. You know what I'm saying? Mary J. Blige all night. You know what I'm saying? Real stuff. Mary J. Blige all night. You know what I'm saying? Real stuff. Yeah, SWV. You know that she didn't really care for SWV too much though. They had a little bit of good stuff though. A little bit of good stuff. You know what I'm saying? Real stuff. R. Kelly. R. Kelly all night. Isley Brothers all night. You know what I'm saying? Real stuff. Let's not go to the back old school. M2, I forgot what they called. I forgot. The Whisperers. You know what I'm saying? The Whisperers all night. You know what I'm saying? Gap Band, Daz Band, George Clinton, Parliament. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Real stuff. A little fun of that. A little fun of that. Earth, Wind, and Fire all night. I'm saying, but all right, but look, check this out, right? Now, we start talking about Aries, right? So Aries, your actions or creativity could help or hurt. You know what I'm saying? It could help. Yeah, Nita Baker. Yup, Nita Baker. Betty Wright. You know what I'm saying? A little bit of Pally Bell, not too much. Pally Bell, you know what I'm saying? We want that hot. You know what I'm saying? Somebody said Rick Astley. Yeah, Juicy Fruit. Sade. That was more of my dad vibe. You know what I'm saying? Sade. So that already let you know he wasn't even around that a lot like that for that to even be heard. You know what I'm saying? Real stuff. I'm saying, somebody said, but yeah, Aries, you could be, your actions or creativity could help or hurt. during this particular time when everybody trying to go for their spiritual path to gain stability. So you could be the creative leader right now to be like, oh, that's something new right now, and that can make a lot of money. Or based on spirituality. Or you could be looked at like, oh, this is destroying us. This is not going nowhere when it comes to spirituality. But you have to know, based upon any zodiac sign, if they're the lower or higher octave, you'll be able to see confirmations. Like me, I'm an Aries, I'm a higher octave one. Y'all already see my confirmations and things of that nature. So that's how you'll be able to compare and contrast. Now, Taurus, you guys are going to be the example for us all. So you're going to be the actual example on what we need to do or don't need to do. So Taurus is that bull crap for the past 3 years. We could look at you right now as far as your energy and your temperament to be like, yeah, okay, we don't need to do this right now. This is blocking our spiritual path. This is the wrong way to do it. This not even spiritual. It's too surface. It's too materialistic. It's too, you know what I'm saying? Now, or you could be the example on what spirituality is supposed to look like right now. And you could be the individual that tell people that spirituality don't got nothing to do with a person trying to not care about money or not care about stuff like that. You could be that individual too. So yeah, y'all in that type of shoes. Geminis, thoughts or shared ideas that help or hurt. So you could have thoughts or ideas or shared ideas that help or hurt, because you're on the other side like Aries. So Aries actions or creativity can help or hurt. Your thoughts or shared ideas can help or hurt the matter right now when it comes into us doing things that make sense, that's going to substantiate us and make us feel secure, especially when it goes to our spiritual path. Because what do that actually mean? Life might hit a lot of y'all to the point that you got to do so much other stuff. Your creative goals, gifts, your purpose, or your spiritual path, you put that in the back seat. And you might be like, man, the hell with all that right now. I got to do this. I got to get money. And who said your spiritual path or your creative gifts won't get you money? That just means you planted bad seeds and the shadow government wiggle room is in the passenger seat right now. And you're considering that this makes more sense. And anybody that's around you who's having their way in other areas, you might even develop slight hate for in some way, shape, or form, and try to convince them that they're doing things, wasting their time, and you're doing the actual thing, which you're not. You're just not doing nothing but participating in the convenience again because you was bullshitting for the past 2 years. That's it. See what I'm saying? Now, so that's how it could look. But when it comes into Geminis, this is thoughts or shared ideas that can help or hurt. Cancers, this is going to be a sextile, so you guys can be the catalyst. Be the catalyst or the enabler. So you can be the catalyst to springboard something off because you're the comfort zone, or you have the place for the comfort to develop these ideas so our mind don't have to be on other bull crap. So you could create comfortability for others, or you can have that area or location for people to go to that every time we're in your presence or in that location, we're able to have our mind easy enough to develop spiritual circumstances that can also develop into the earth element. Security, stability, support, safety. So you could create that opportunity, or you could be the individual that play your 60-degree opportunity sextile energy out as a enabler. AKA your emotions is just too strong for anything to be surface level or practical to make sense with our spiritual path to be productive or produce some money in a new way. You know what I'm saying? It's just your emotions it gets the best of you. You can't get out of it and you'll be too flunked out. So you have to be careful, Cancers. Leos, making more sense out of your attention. So you got to find how the way you give attention or receive attention and figure out better ways of going about it. More productive, earth-like ways. You got to learn. It's a 90-degree angle. So it's not going to be as easy for you. You have to learn how to ground or make more sense out of your attention, especially if you're a person who's receiving attention right now. You have to learn how to encapsulate that and make more sense out of it. Don't be doing it for the sake of just of attention. Do it for the sake of security, stability, support, or shelter. And a lot of times Leos will play out energies as like all attention is good attention. All publicity is good publicity. And that's not always the case. What's a perfect example I can make right now based upon all these extreme transits? Because DJ Academics was one. Pay sharp. Lil Uzi a Leo. Okay, think about it. All the crazy things that he's doing right now, right? That ain't really putting him in a position that you can make money, though. We're not going through that shift anymore. 2-3 years ago, we was going through a shift where that demonic SoundCloud stuff or even putting on a dress like Young Thug was publicity in that shift that can accumulate into money. We're going through a different shift. So you have to do something else to accumulate things out of that area. So by him not doing that, we see him wearing his hair crazy. We see him wearing crazy clothes in a demonic version of Archangel Uriel and stuff. We start to look at certain aspects and stuff to start to see that he is not even caring about how we're looking at it. Just the sake of it getting attention is the only thing that matter. And you can only see things from that lens being a Leo. But right now, that doesn't necessarily make sense. It's not practical right now. And it won't even be produced in no material or maternal right now. You know what I'm saying? You have to take your attention, being a Leo, and make more sense about it right now. And if you even someone who's like in little Uzi Vert shoes right now, you need to know that you need to kind of make more sense out of what you're doing. And if you are coming out with an album or trying to promote a song, there may be a more productive earth-like quality way of doing it right now. See what I'm saying? And I think Lil Uzi Vert got Taurus moon, if I'm not mistaken. So he probably dealing with backlash right now to even make him feel like that's what he's supposed to do. I even seen Doja Cat participating with that, and she's a Libra. So she might got Leo somewhere, or she just experiencing a sextile energy. So she's taking that opportunity at will with her 60-degree angle Libra energy, and she's initiating it based upon her being a Libra leader to see if it's going to create balance with herself or not. So she threw that energy also against the wall like an egg to see if it stick. And for the most part, we're going to see if it stick or not based upon what shift that we in. But I don't think it's going to stick because we're not in that shift right now where that demonic type stuff even actually benefit and be productive as far as materializing. So they can try it based upon still being lost into the industry, but they're going to see based upon us being the people and the wave, us playing out the energies we in that, okay, that's just not accepting right now. We're more intelligent. So I'm saying that don't sell records no more. All right. Hopefully y'all watching. All right. That's my Leos. Now, when it comes into, and that goes for Trump too. I think you a Leo ascendant Trump. Now, for the most part, Virgos, right? Now, Virgos, this is the gift of making stability more mobile. So you can make this fixated energy more mobile, more mutable. So you can add the ideas that take the spaceship to the distance that we need to go, aka whatever we're fixating ourselves in to substantiate ourselves in our new spiritual path, and Uranus and Northnode and Mercury retrograde and the sun being in Taurus right now, all this energy, right? You got the ability to come up with new gadgets, new XM radios to this little spaceship that you know that we do need to have a little patience and consistency and loyalty on, right? But still make it look new and change up, right? So we can make it new productive, new materializing off of it, new manifesting off of it, right? The Virgos, y'all can make that fixed energy more mutable, make it more beautiful, make it more perfected, and things of that nature. AKA, it ain't broke, don't fix it, but it'd be better if we had this. AKA, we already got the new car, but it'd be better with the XM radio with the stations that could curse. So we're not doing nothing different. We're just adding something that actually benefits us while we're on the road, spiritually speaking. So this is y'all role right now being Virgos. Now, here's the thing. Here where you become negative. You could be that individual that make us spend our money, aka esoterically speaking, our esoteric currency. Make us try to pay attention to something we don't have to. Aka, we don't need the XM with the TV, with the cable. Just because you think in the future we might need this because we have to go back. Okay, now you're worrying about too much stuff now. And that made it unpredictable. You know what I'm saying? Now you using your gifts 120-degree angle, which before we get into Capricorn, you're going to share this energy in a cardinal way. But with your mutable way being a Virgo, you're going to use your gift for things we don't need. And then that's where we go down the same end as people who lack when you're being esoterically greedy because you got the stars aligning with you at the moment. So anytime we got access to something, we could go down the same road someone who lacks something go down. You become too spiritually greedy. Too much Cletus go. Cletus go. Yes, bitch. Yes. And then you went too far down your validations and still met your demise and things of that nature. So it still lead down the same role. And you can play that role same such when we get into Capricorn too. But right now we're talking about Virgos. This is the role you can play right now. So you could be in a situation where, yeah, you got this gift. Don't overuse it right now. Yeah, we need your little worry right now because your little worry help us align something that's already in your field of reality. It's just we're aligning something that's in the fixed portion of your realm of reality. So yeah, we need your little worry because your little worry brings mutability to it at a time we need it. Because we're going through Earth right now, thank God. Any other time, I'm putting my phone on airplane mode. You know what I'm saying? If I know it's a Virgo, my mama. You know, but other than that, like I said, I love all y'all Virgos. But like I said, right now, my phone ain't on Don't Disturb right now. So I'm real open because I know I might have missed something. I know you're going to remind me. I know. And this the time it's useful. This the time is useful. You know what I'm saying? Real. This the time is useful. Not last week. You know what I said? This week. You know what I'm saying? The sun in 3 degrees Taurus. This the time your gifts is useful. 120-degree angle. Try. Oh, sad. Phone back off airplane mode. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm open to be reminded this week. All month, actually. Yeah, I'm open to be reminded. I'm open. I'm open. I'm open for the 2 cents. You know what I'm saying? Real stuff. I'm open for the worry. I know I need to stress about these type things now. I know. You know what I'm saying? Real stuff. Now, so that's the role y'all play as Virgos. Now, you could do it in a negative way. Like I said, y'all could go too far with it, then you just got us worrying the whole month. We ain't did nothing but worry the whole month. Now, you use your gifts for the wrong thing now. We didn't do nothing but worry the whole month. Now, we don't need that. No, we just need a little bit of worry to adjust the fix. We need a little bit of that mutable to adjust the fixed parts of this earth energy. You know what I'm saying? We don't need the, as soon as you make one mutable, but what about this mutable? Then what about this mutable? Then the whole month passed. We didn't never do nothing with the fixed energy. Too busy thinking, over analyzing. What about this mutable? Well, what about my frog? What about this XM radio channel? Oh, we cool with all that. We ain't even got no money to pay for the subscription plan for the next month. Going into Gemini. I'm saying, real stuff. We got this big old plan that we didn't even know we signed up for, the premium and stuff like that. Well, we signed up for that. I thought we was going to need it. No, you didn't. I just signed it up for the $99,000 premium plan and stuff just to set us up for something that we got broke off the first order. I said, well, we didn't even need the other thing. I said, float Virgo self. So don't worry too much. You know what I'm saying? Never too much. But we need it a little bit right now. We need it right now. We ain't gonna tell you not to use it though. We need y'all right now. Guess what? My phone off airplane mode. Real stuff. You know what I'm saying? My phone off Don't Disturb right now for a Virgo. All right, I'm Sun, Moon, and Ascendant in Mercury. I love my mama. Now, check this out, right? Now, Libras, right? Y'all play. Yeah, now look, y'all unsure right now. This is that in conjunction energy, but it's a little bit more positive than the other in conjunction due to the fact of the depositor of it, or y'all share rulers. So you just the daytime side of, the nighttime side of where all these energies is happening at the moment, which is Taurus. So even though you may even feel comfortable, not in the same filter system as a Capricorn and Virgo, but you still gonna feel comfortable to a certain sense when it comes to dealing with our love language. So that ain't even just always people. It could be places or things. Anything that we love, appreciate, value, and relate to and willing to compromise with. And the very same thing that you love can destroy you if your compromising skills is phony. And your comprehension skills is phony. So you have to go through situations to learn how to do things in moderation. But other than that, for the most part, you're going to feel comfortable anytime you jump into that energy because all these qualities is being filtered out through your feminine side of your shared planet ruler, which is Venus. So you might talk too much about energies you feel comfortable with, but you're still air. You may go about it the wrong way. So the way you may go about love right now is the wrong way. But you're going to be interested in love. You're going to be interested in love, but the way you may go about it is the wrong way. You may have to do it in your nighttime side that make you feel uncomfortable. You might think everything take a conversation and we can communicate, and once that little balance of fairness is there, then you can feel vulnerable. We're going broke for someone. But right now it's the other way around. You have to actually show what you can produce or show that security first before the conversation and before to open it up, or even that word to be said, I love you. You have to do the I love energy in action, productivity, or security internally, where you make someone feel secure first. Then the conversations or the actual word I love you will come out, or the conversation that's had for the energy that both of y'all share to be seen in a comfortable space from your perspective. See what I'm saying? Because that's how Tauruses go about love. But you go about love also just in the airway. So once you restruct that, you can still feel comfortable. You'll just not do it in the wrong way. You'll do it in a better way. You know what I'm saying? You have to do it in the earth way. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times Libras lie a lot to get into certain love situations and stuff. So once they talked the good game and got somebody all wet and excited in their mind and then sucked them in their Charlotte's Web, the person that they sucked in their Charlotte Web end up looking around and being like, this person unstable. This person lost in La La Land. This person in Airhead Land or something like that. This person unproductible, stable. Everything that they said I thought was stable. Life ain't like it though. No, so every now and then, y'all Libras, y'all got to remember that about yourselves. Sometimes y'all create that type of situation for yourselves. Y'all be talking a good game, knowing damn well it ain't like that in real life. Then as soon as y'all get somebody sucked in, y'all force them to be the person that create the balance in your life, to create the fairness. Then you make people have to care about y'all and stuff, like make us feel bad if we don't and stuff like y'all weird. I love y'all though, but y'all got to be careful with that. I'm starting to feel like that's a manipulating tactic. I'm starting to feel like that. Float Libras. I'm starting not to think that's friendly. I'm starting to think that's a manipulating. Let me stop getting deep into astrology. I'm saying real stuff. I've been trying to jump into y'all human shoes at times. I'm saying to be thinking like, okay, yeah, it's just an archetype or whatever. But the more deep I dive, I start thinking like, wait a minute, nah, it ain't no cliche stuff. Nah, these are manipulating tactics from these zodiac signs. Real stuff. Other than that, though, yeah, y'all be peaceful out there as little demons. But like I said, when we talk about Libras, unsure what to let go of for yourself and others. So you could be in this situation right now. You know what I'm saying? Y'all could be in this little situation for the rest of the month, really for the rest of the year, where you unsure what to let go of for yourself and others. So you don't know if you helping or hurting others based upon what trauma or what material you're carrying on to. Know what I'm saying? You might have a disembodied way of how you take care of bills or whatever and things of that nature. You might need to change your way of how you take care of bills and stuff like that, because it might be hurtful for you and who you taking care of, or who taking care of you, however the case may be. So you have to put yourself into a situation right now where you change up on how you conduct these things, because if you stay in this little space of being unsure, things can become highly unproductible and stuff like that. So you have to learn a little bit about these energies, but this is what you're going to be going through. Being unsure what to let go of for yourself and others. And when you find them certain mental forms or actions that you do to let go of, that's when you're going to start to get on this little path right now and really act out that Taurus energy in a way that's more suits you, because y'all both share Venus. Now, get into Scorpios. You guys are going to be creating transformative situations. So you guys are going to be the complete opposite to what's needed. So you guys are going to be creating transformative situations. If you're the higher octave Scorpio, yeah, you're the complete opposite, but you're going to be the reminder in your family, friends, associates, or coworkers' lives on what they need to transform. So however you backstab them, or whatever wisdom you tell them, or however you observe them, their circumstance, you're going to be the example on why they need to transform. Even if you're the one who putting them on to game on things with the watch, or how to go get another job or something like that, or how to conduct their relationship, or however the case may be. If you're the higher octave Scorpio, you're going to play the devil's advocate in a godly way. AKA be that example or that word of method through the madness to help a person through something flunk that they know they need to transform in their life. If you're the lower octave Scorpio right now, you're the one going through all these changes. You're going to be the example for others to be like, yeah, I don't need to do that. This person's actions is the complete opposite of what I need to participate in right now because it's highly unproductible. I can't make no money. That's not really spiritual. That look narcissistic and look egotistical. And do they got an STD? All kind of stuff. Like, so there's all kind of weird energies going on right now with Scorpios if you're around lower octave ones. You know what I'm saying? So keep that in mind. Is that motherfucker manipulating? Is they backstabbing? All kind of stuff. All kind of stuff. And it don't even have to be a Scorpio, just that energy itself. If you go a Scorpio, you could be experiencing that right now, especially if you're a Scorpio ascendant. It could be people in your personal life. See what I'm saying? Going through things. So you could be going through transformative circumstances if you're the lower octave, or you could be experiencing these things or forcing other people to go through a negative transformative situation that they didn't necessarily have to, just that they had a little bit of intelligence or wisdom. Or you could be the higher octave Scorpio, be that reminder or be that expression or be that example to other individuals on how to go about things, especially if you went through things in your life that you actually accomplished, so you're able to be experiencing your opposite energy right now, aka whatever you're doing looks productive, look like you have patience on it, look structured, look stable. So you're able to take your Scorpio energy and it manifests your opposite qualities for you right now. So you could be the example of telling people what you went through and what you had to transform in order for you to reach this surface level Taurus energy right now, to be the example of that based upon being the opposite of that element, Scorpio. And that's how you do it for God in a higher octave Phoenix way, not the stinger Scorpio way. Get over here and you just made yourself into hell. Really, you thought you was stinging somebody else. All right, now, so other than that, that's for my Scorpios out there. Now for my Sagittariuses, right? This is going to be unsure. This is an conjunction. So you're experiencing the same energy as a Libra, just on the negative end, because you don't share the same ruler. So you're not even focused on the qualities of the energies we in right now anyway, where we got other planets filtering out Taurus, but the other planets is still trying to do Taurus archetype. So, you know, even our actions may be focused on love a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Sun and Taurus. Even the way we think right now, we might think a lot about love right now, aka Mercury and Taurus. You see what I'm saying? Even the things we're trying to change in our life right now and create a unique version of right now may even have something to do with love right now. You know, Uranus and Taurus. You know, our spiritual path, we might even want a spiritual ship right now. You know what I'm saying? Northnode and Taurus. So, for the most part, you know, Libras understand that. They just got to learn how to do it in a more earth quality way with their unsurety. So they might be ahead of the race with the baton than you, Sag, but you still experiencing in conjunction, aka just being unsure or misunderstanding something. 150-degree angle, a sin, not the SUN, where you missed the point, so you inverted your sun and it went to your lower animalistic natures and you met a demise. So you got these possibilities right now being a Sagittarius, specifically Sun, but you can add in Moon, Ascendant, or Jupiter. Now, your theme is unsure what to invest in or unsure what to be invested in for yourself and others. So whether you got responsibilities or you're responsible for others, or you want to be a joint with others, or if you're trying to create a circumstance for yourself, unsure on what to be invested in. Because a lot of these things that we have to do now is going to look like Taurus, and you're not even in it for love. You're in it for learning and wisdom and experiences, aka you're ruled by Jupiter. So that's your filtering system based upon how you're trying to see this in conjunction. Libra experiencing in conjunction, but they're still seeing the same quality, love. You're experiencing in conjunction, but you're seeing it through the lens of wisdom. So you're trying to figure out a wise way to go with love, or a wise way to go about these things. And a lot of these things we have to do naturally because it's in that energy. You may look at these things as a cage. So a lot of things that can actually be productive and can make you money or can make you consistent, you might off the bat see it through the lens of Sagittarius and automatically see it as a cage. Automatically make an excuse in your mind of that's not a wise way of doing something. Even if you see somebody else doing it and materializing and manifesting off of it, you will try to figure out a shortcut, but in your mind not look at it as a shortcut. You'll look at it like it's a better way of doing something and you can't wait till you succeed so you can teach it or be the example of it and get into the negative lower octave side of Sagittarius, aka more egotistical and narcissistic than in Leo. But at the same time, it when you do that, you might not know that you're creating a shortcut, and how you blind your mind into thinking it's not a shortcut, you may blame it on you're being more religious at this moment, or you're being more spiritual, or you're closer to God of why you came up with this idea. And it might even lead you to doing things that's even negative, like cheating on people or abusing people or using people, all kind of stuff. So, and you'll be giving it in the grace of God or the grace of this atheism or the grace of, you'll blame it on some miscellaneous reason that ain't got nothing to do with your desire in a second. And try to go to church about it. I'll flaunt out Sag. But at the same time, that's the energy that you're going to be in right now. Unsure on what to invest in for yourself and others. But make sure that when you do jump into all this Jupiter, spiritual, and trying to give a meaning to something, make sure you're not justifying something that escaped from the actuality of things you actually need to do that spirituality actually represents right now. And you can't get out of it due to the fact of you not understanding that if you're not into astrology, because you're going to see it from a 150-degree lens, a misunderstanding. So if it's like esoteric cryptography, 150-degree angle, how it looks in your life is anytime you start to interact with the world and you develop an interaction that make you feel like you misunderstand something or someone got a misunderstanding from you, you are experiencing that alignment in reality, in real time. So you could be like, oh, I'm experiencing a 150-degree angle right now towards my alignment of whatever I'm using right now. If it's your moon, heart chakra. If it's your sun, solar plexus. If it's your ascendant, just the space you in. You know what I'm saying? Currently, at the moment, as a spirit. Now, if it's your Mercury, the way you think. If it's your Mars, the way you think. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's say you got Sagittarius, Mars is Sagittarius. So anytime you go for your passions and motivations and your desires, and let's say whatever person, place, or thing that you're experiencing an event between, let's say the energy is a misunderstanding is creating right now. Let's say y'all trying to figure out how to do hair the best. If y'all females at a beauty salon, because y'all get to win a prize. Or if y'all at the football court and both of y'all are wide receivers and both of y'all are dudes or whatever like that. Right? Then for the most part, let's say y'all create a misunderstanding and y'all start arguing and y'all had a misunderstanding about something, right? The alignment y'all experiencing right now is in the sky. The 150-degree angle is hitting your Mars right now. You know what I'm saying? Due to the fact of Uranus being in Taurus, you know what I'm saying? The sun being in Taurus, that 150-degree angle is hitting your Mars. Let's say you got Sagittarius and Venus, your love, appreciation, value, your relatability. Let's say you try to have a conversation with your partner and y'all trying to resolve something. And y'all create a misunderstanding. Y'all can't agree to something. Right? Boom, it's hitting your Venus area. That your Venus water cycle. If y'all get what I'm saying. See what I'm saying? So that's how you understand that. But for all my Saggies out there, you know what I'm saying? They get unsure on what to invest in for yourself and others. Now, if you're a Capricorn, the gift of making stability more disciplined. So you can initiate right now where we fix that. So even though we fixed and we need to have patience and loyalty or consistency to something, Capricorns, y'all got this gift to push things forward, aka give us more of a reason to be loyal, more of a reason to be consistent, more of a reason to accept you to be the boss or the employee of the month at the moment, however you're planning out your energy. So you see what I'm saying? And I'm not necessarily just talking about a job. I'm just talking about even if you're a person who stay on your job and you stand on business. You know what I'm saying? That means having your own job, or a person who just ain't too gossipy, letting people know that you're a bullshit as an individual based on what be on your mind 24/7 throughout the day. That ain't productive. But at the same time, being a Capricorn right now, you got this gift of making stability, Taurus, more disciplined, Capricorn right now. And anytime we drift off, you could be that example for us to be like, don't drift too far. And if you are drifting off, is that drift off productive? AKA, this is where your initiation cardinal energy come in. Because cardinal signs bring the new in. So anytime the fixed energy drift off, that's jumping right into your area and be like, okay, pardon me. Or that was just a scream. Then you're like, okay, wherever we drifting off at, is that something that we can bring new to this fixated energy? If not, let's stop initiating that right now. And that's how you be the boss of initiation. Because all cardinal signs lead in their own way when it comes to air, Libra, fire, Aries, water, Cancer, and then earth right now, Capricorn. And this is how you guys do it right now. So when you initiate, aka we go into that new fart cloud, you got to be the boss there. Could this fart cloud be a brick? Could this fart cloud be added on to another one that we can build? You know what I'm saying? Aries is different. This new fart cloud, could it expand into a large fire fart cloud that we can make a whole bunch of other imaginations and creativity of? Air, Libra. Can this fart cloud balance with someone else's? Cancer. Can this fart cloud initiate right here, create a hurricane so we all can make a beach together that we can enjoy? Capricorn, can this fart cloud create multiple bricks? If not, we got to not initiate and leave that fart cloud alone. Or this is not being the boss of initiation. Boss, earth energy, initiating cardinal. You know what I'm saying? So that's Capricorn right now. So this is the role you play. So if you got a lot of mutable signs or fixed signs around you, y'all got to take charge. Regardless of someone talking, whether they're family, friends, or associates or coworkers, and they come up with a beautiful idea. If the idea don't sound like it's tangible at the moment, if it sound out of reach, if it sound like something we can't do right now, then you need to still jump in and initiate and control that fart cloud and be like, that's not productive right now. You know what I'm saying? You got to take charge. Don't be too much of a follower right now based on something sounding good. You'll be waiting around forever. Then the whole month then passed. And you ain't did nothing with your gift. 120-degree angle. And now you sitting in the seat like the little octave Virgo and make me want to put my phone on don't disturb again in my airplane mode. Just because you share the same qualities. So, peep gang. Know what I'm saying? So make sure you lead the right way. So y'all little earth energies got this little trine. Taurus is going to be the example. So they're going to be like, boom, this is what we need to do right now. It's for us to even look spiritual, even if I am at the casino and making a lot of money. So that's Taurus' job. Virgo job is, all right, boom, we need these new machines at the casino. So we don't need another casino. Taurus, same energy. Hey, but we could get this new XM radio, aka new type of pinball machines and stuff like that. Stuff like new things to make money off of. So that's Virgo job. Then Capricorn, you here to initiate and orchestrate that, aka anytime we got a new fart cloud and we don't drift off, aka Virgo might go get a machine that don't even make no money. Make sure they're not doing that. And Taurus might try to make too much money off the machine that already been making money all the time. You got to make sure that it's still spiritual. It ain't all about the money. All about the money. And Troy Blade Brown face. I'm saying, Bam Bam Keevil. Thanks so much for the donation. Opio, I appreciate that for the bottom art. So, boom, any new fart cloud, you're supposed to control it, conduct it. Then that's how you come in with your earth energy. AKA, you make sure the mutable energy, quote unquote, Virgo, we don't need that kind of machine, but that other machine you got, okay, we can use that. And then Taurus, don't forget that this whole casino ain't built off this little part right here, blackjack, just because we make the most money off this though. But let's still promote other things though too and be a little bit more mutable. And then that's you initiating itself, taking charge. And that's how we need you. You know what I'm saying? Real stuff. You said this year we getting rich, Dolo. I got you for like real shit. You better believe that. We already rich. We already rich without Roddy Rich in the box. You know what I'm saying? This new afterlife on the box. Now, Aquariuses, right? This is going to make more sense out of your associations. So you guys got to make more sense. You got to learn too. I've been speaking about this for a while. So you probably already get ready to experience this if you haven't already. Discombobulated associations that once upon a time you thought was cool in some way, whether they're family, friends, associates, or co-workers, all the way down to the point that they might not even do nothing serious, but they might jack up your peace of mind. So it's that deep right now. So just for the sake of peace of mind right now, even if these events that you're experiencing is at a very low percentage scale, and you don't even want to just be petty because it's so low, and you don't need to totally separate from that person, but for a peace of mind, you might gotta separate certain time that you be around or give to this person as far as your energy. So you have to make more sense out of your association so you can be a little bit more productive right now. So you about to start seeing examples of even where you thought you was being productive. That's no longer productive anymore. And it's no longer materializing and manifesting in the way that you even was hyped up to thought it was. And you can see yourself greater. So now you about to start putting in the little seeds and planting it for that little place you see yourself now. You see yourself more valuable now. But you got to learn. So you got to learn through all these events you get ready to manifest things you have already materialized via people, places, and things, and experience the energy of, yeah, I'm settling for less. And now you could be like, all right, yeah, I am valued more. I am supposed to be this. I am supposed to be here. I do deserve it. And then once you fully get in, now you're going to start planting seeds and start sacrificing and separating from the things to get there, regardless of the feelings, which y'all don't really care about feelings like that anyway. I ain't about to say that twice. Y'all Aquariuses. The way y'all even deal with feelings, still somewhere in y'all airhead. Somehow, some way, it still got something to do with logic. All right, but then Pisces, right? Being used to make something happy or create blockages from forward movement. So this is y'all guys' situations right now. You guys could be used to make something happen, or you could be used to create blockages for yourself and others for forward moving. So y'all can take that how y'all ever got it in y'all circumstances, y'all situation, and understand that from that aspect. But that's the situation that y'all going through. Because it's a 60-degree angle. It's a sextile. So you got this opportunity to create a dream for yourself, for your new self down here, or to help others. But you also got this energy where you can create opportunities for as a recipe for a disaster. Create so many delusions that too much time will pass and you still didn't do anything of that nature. So that create more blockages to the point that when you try to do something, you have so much ruts you have to get out of. It's almost like make you feel fatigued mentally or physically to even go for a path that was actually for you. So you have to be careful of that also during this particular time. You could be used to make something happen, higher octave Pisces, or be used to create blockages from forward movement for yourself, lower octave Pisces, where you think you know best because of your feelings. And your feelings ain't about to do nothing but lead you to those type of feelings in reality. You know what I'm saying? Nowhere. Then get into the houses. Being spiritually stable or materializing in reality, positive, aka, let me go back. If you plant good seeds, this is what you're going to experience in each area of your life, wherever house you got Taurus in, or would have Taurus in if you got overlapping houses. Being spiritually stable to materialize in it in reality. This is what you're going to see this month and for the rest of the year if you planted good seeds. If you planted bad seeds, this is what you're going to see. Being stuck in your ways based on fear or bullcrapping or ego tripping. Thinking that whatever your ego was in was the right decisions for what you was to do, just for these to become your tower moments now and for you to realize you made a bed that you don't like. So if you planted good seeds, being spiritually stable and being able to materialize in that area of life you got Taurus in. If you planted bad seeds, that house you got Taurus in, that area of life, you're going to experience being stuck in your way based on fear, bull crapping, and ego tripping, and having to figure out when you're going to start trying to get your way up out of that hell. Now, if you got Taurus in the first house, it's going to be in that area of life where you're going to be being personally free or stuck. Good or bad seed. Second house, the things you're going to be able to value newness. If you find yourself valuing new things to do, you planted good seeds. If you find yourself valuing frustration, aka no one wants to value frustration, but if you frustrated more throughout the time, spiritually that's actually what you are. That's what you're telling the universe. You like being frustrated. You ain't doing nothing to change it. You planted bad seeds. Third house, supportive or unsupportive friends. So if you're manifesting a lot of supportive friends, you planted good seeds. You're getting ready to start being able to be stable or materialize in that area of your life, dealing with your environment, dealing with friends, and manifesting with your spirituality. If you planted bad seeds, you're probably going to start experiencing unsupportive friends if you got Taurus in the third house. AKA, now you're going to start to experience being stuck in your ways based on fear, bull crapping, and ego tripping, and lack of communicating with others, so there's no one there to even support you in your environment if you got Taurus in the third house. Fourth house, home foundation or home foundation. So a home team, home court, a comfort zone, or actual home where you could develop certain things that manifest in these new stable structure, materializing and manifesting energies, right? So that's going to be, if you planted good seeds, you're going to be able to materialize your reality as far as being spiritually stable. Probably even have a home business if you planted good seeds. You're going to see that materializing right now. If not, planted bad seeds, no comfort zone, no privacy. That's what you're going to experience. So the fourth house is home foundation or no comfort zone. That lets you know you planted bad seeds. So you're about to be stuck in your ways based on fear or bull crapping or ego tripping in the home, stuck in your household, stuck in your own privacy, isolation in some way, shape, or form. Fifth house, creativity taking off. The way you express yourself, what you like to entertain, or your ability to support others, what you're entertaining, or for the most part, or isolation. So if you planted good seeds, your creativity going to be taken off. And based on spirituality, you're going to be able to be stable and materialize in that area of life, dealing with your creativity and the way you express yourself. Fifth house. Planted bad seeds, isolation. So you're going to be isolated based upon no one cares about your creativity, your character, the way you express yourself, and how you have fun and enjoy yourself. You rather do it alone, even to yourself in your own mind, because you're going to accept in your own mind no one care about you. And then for the most part, that leads into isolation and ways of being stuck in your ways based on fear, bull crapping, or ego tripping. You know what I'm saying? So you have to realize you're wrong so you can start getting out of these energies that you're in and start expressing yourself another way. Or you're just going to be experiencing all the examples of you planting bad seeds. Sixth house. Taurus in the sixth house. Working towards goals or lost in government. So if you're working towards goals and you feel productive, it don't matter how hard you got to work and how frustrated you are. If you planted good seeds, it's based on your spirituality and you're going to be able to materialize your reality within there. If you planted bad seeds, you're going to be in a situation where you're going to be lost in the government. You're going to say to hell with your creative goals or gifts or spirituality or what people are doing online or any other type of context and be like, oh, I got to do this right now. Or I got to dash door, or I got to do some other type of crumb type thing, whatever like that, because I got to do this more important or whatever. Okay, you're lost in government and conveniences until they get their wiggling room. You might even take another jab. Thank you so much for the donation, Andrew Douglas. I appreciate that from the bottom of my heart. So that is let you know that you planted bad seeds. You're going to be stuck in your ways based on fear, bull crapping, or ego tripping. If you planted good seeds, you're going to be working towards a goal with Taurus in the sixth house. And then therefore, this puts you in a situation where you're going to be spiritually stable to materialize in reality in that area of life, dealing with your security, stability, responsibilities, and your task. Seventh house, spiritual shit, positives, planting good seeds, or a relationship, negative seeds you planted. So this is what you're going to manifest right now based upon networking. So relationships or spiritual ship isn't always just another partner. Sometimes it can deal with whatever business, friendship, groups, another kind of founded relationship you develop with siblings or family members. It can deal with all that. You might have been on negative terms with a coworker, and now y'all resolve something. So all type of circumstances. But for the most part, if you planted good seeds, there's going to be spiritual ships, deeper, genuine connections on that level. So you're going to be able to materialize better in your seventh house, even if you develop an actual partner. Planting bad seeds, there's going to be relationships, aka you're still doing things out of the necessity of a need, a desire, or someone else's bias until the situation play out weeks or years later where both or one or the other individual realize that they're just doing one for the other individual's narcissistic energies. And y'all just doing something for to make the other person feel good. It's not necessarily genuine. One person is trying to get something out of another person and something. Eighth house. Deep or surface level connections. So if you got Taurus in the eighth house, right? If you planted good seeds, it's going to be deep connections. So you're going to be able to be more genuine, be more open, and not develop no STDs or anything in that nature. You know what I'm saying? Just to make it surface. But you know, sex ain't always just dealing with that type of sex. If you can connect with someone that don't lead into you feeling manipulated or being used, or you're doing that with another individual to turn into shared values. That kind of energy. If you planted good seeds, you're going to manifest more of those type of circumstances, relationships, even with yourself, for you to go and rise from ashes to ashes, to dust, to rise again as a phoenix, to go for your desires. If you planted bad seeds, it's going to be surface level connections. So even the connections that you still deal with, you either going to have to justify it, be satisfied with it, or settle for it, and know that you're not going to be fulfilled, but you're just still trying to get a crumb out of something because you lack experience of what you had to use to get. You know what I'm saying? So that's just you manipulating something out of the situation or allowing yourself to get manipulated because this is your only way to even experience love or relationship or connection. You know what I'm saying? A lot of y'all, little stupid stuff like this, you'll start to feel like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you don't want to rub your mother feet, but you know, you rubbing your mother feet or patting her on the back is y'all having a good relationship. So you rather do that for the relationship to be cool, for you to rather be in a situation to just being yourself and not do what you want to do for the sake of other things. You see what I'm saying? Y'all get what I'm saying? You like, all right, I'd rather go ahead and rub somebody's feet. And y'all know not actually rub somebody's feet. Y'all know this, go ahead and cater to somebody in order for the situation to run through smoothly. But you rather not, but you know, if you just go ahead and do that thing and run a lot more better, and it actually helps the situation for all. You know what I'm saying? That's like almost you getting out your ego a little bit. You're like, y'all know what I'm trying to say? Sometimes you got to give a little to take a little to help the whole situation as a whole. All right. So that'd be for my 8th house individuals. 9th house, right? Able or unable to travel or expand. So you could be in a situation where if you planted good seeds, you're going to be able to expand and travel. If you planted bad seeds, you're going to be unable to expand or travel. Expand just means starting to experience or manifesting your circumstances and situations, right? That's unable. Able means you're able to travel internally or externally, and you feel more comfortable about the things that you're into in your moral system and be able to experience what you're trying to manifest and things of that nature. So you'll be able to be able to spiritually stabilize yourself and materialize in that reality of dealing with your 9th house and what you have learned. You'll be able to see whatever you have learned actually start working. If you planted bad seeds, you'll start to see your moral systems that you believed in still not working for you, and you having to do other things and experience stuff you don't want to experience in the world. That lets you know you planted bad seeds, and you're gonna be stuck in your ways and that. So you better change right now. It's really too late for a lot of individuals too. We didn't have all these solar eclipses and stuff like that. If you wasn't spiritual before, you ain't even got nothing. You need Jesus Christ or fake woke community at this point. God damn, it's good. All right, now, 10th house. If you got Taurus in the 10th house, this is gonna be somebody say, yeah, you don't rub no feet. Yeah, don't do that. Now check this out. Status of success or tower moment. So if you've been planting good seeds during this month and the rest of the year, you're going to be experiencing status of success. Your status is going to be through the filtering system of success. If you planted bad seeds, your status is going to be through the filtering system of a tower moment. Tower moment. Everybody about to be seeing you crash. You probably already crashing. You probably don't even got no purpose or no potential or no reputation or no reciprocity. Whatever that word is. Reciprocation or whatever. Reciprocity. Yeah. You probably already don't got no potential. Or nothing like that. So for the most part, you probably already behind. That lets you know you're the lower octave right now. You've been playing bad seeds. So start to step up your game right now, because there's going to be a lot of conveniences by you already being a demon that you can use to springboard off of to get back on track, even if you want to speed up the process a little bit for yourself. You know what I'm saying? You might got to rock things to sleep. There might be certain things that demons got to do. For an example, this is an example, right? And let's say you watch my channel, but you bullcrap for the last 3 years, right? So you ain't really got no purpose or nothing like that, but you got to be a demon and things of that nature, right? Now, you already know how demons going on right now. You already know you don't care too much about voting and stuff like that. You already know it's election season, though. You already know that's a quick little wave real quick. So you know you got to be a vampire right now, parasitic energy right now. So you could do it in this way. Let me make a few videos telling people to vote for Biden or Trump, just to get some views and get 1,000 subscribers real quick or something like that. And do that all the time or something like that. And boom, that'd be like a small example of what I'm talking about right now, where if you a demon right now, you bullcrap for the past 3 years, this is how you could use a vampire energy to speed up your process. And then once you get on your feet a little bit, get back on track and normal, and then tell everybody to hell with all that shit again and stuff like that. Where, you know what I'm saying? Like stuff like that. where you had to sacrifice a little bit of your morality, where people know around you, and you watch my channel, if you're in the chat right now, people know you already told them what you about to do. So they know that not to believe nothing you're saying, and you're just walking in the demonic world to sleep. You know what I'm saying? And you know you a demon at the moment because you bullcrap for the past 3 years, and you ain't trying to be a demon because you watch Archangel Uriel. So yeah, you see, I'm just trying to give everybody on every ladder scale the examples of what I'm talking about in reality. So y'all don't get too spookism in your mind, and then you probably a person who watch me who hit DMT and think you got enlightened because you hit a shroom or two. That no. I make everything I say, I'm pointing to something in reality. Even ritualistic in the mind. So keep that in mind. Now, also, when we start to talk about, so that puts you in a situation of the 10th house, make sure that you planting good seeds. If you plant good seeds, you're going to start to materialize and manifest. If you planted bad seeds, you're going to start to be in a situation where everybody witness your status, aka what we know you for crashing, falling, not materializing, being lazy, being stuck, not doing anything, not building a reputation, not building a proper status. You got the status of a dope. Now, 11th house, good seeds or bad seeds, associations. So good or bad associations. So you could be guilty by association. Pardon me, if you got Taurus in the 11th house right now, if you planted bad seeds. And based upon the care, the responsibilities you develop with these individuals, or how you receive these public gains, or these jobs you already got, or these locations you already made familiar with yourself, right? These could be the examples of the bed that you have made that you know that you don't want to be in some way, shape, or form. And depending on how many trust funds you created, esoterically speaking, with your currency, that it's going to look like in a 1 to a 3rd dimension, you scared to get out of, you scared to disassociate with, you scared to detach from, that's going to be on you. But that's a bed that you have made that you're going to be laying in for the next 10, 15 years. If you planted good seeds, there's going to be you being able to be spiritually stable and being able to materialize into that reality when it comes to how you're seen by the public or what you are associated with. You got the right job, you got the right associations, you got the right friends, you got the right family conduct, you got the right mental state, and the way you present yourself, you're able to be perceived as a new individual, and probably who I need to talk to or write number down on how to ascend and to being productive in our spiritual path in today's time right now if you got Taurus in the 11th house. Then last but not least, all my 12th house individuals, if you got Taurus in the 12th house. Good seeds, creative. Bad seeds, delusional dreams. So for the most part, if you planted good seeds, you're going to be experiencing that even when people was making you think these was delusional, but you were staying 10 toes down and you endured all these retrogrades and direct energies, and now you're here and you're new. Now you're able to look at individuals and be like, oh, I proved you wrong. What I was doing is actually the shit now. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all think I ain't do that? When Uranus was in Aries and I was looking crazy, and then as soon as it shifted out of it and I start getting all spiritual and stuff, people looking at me crazy, and now the whole world look like me now. Whoo! Okay, it's y'all turn, Tauruses, now. It's y'all turn. So even if you got Taurus in the 12th house, you can do it in your small percentage level subsidiary version of it right here. So if you went through all that and you're still doing the same thing right now, 9 times out of 10, you probably got a bunch of shorts up automatically too when you weren't even thinking about it, and you are automatically in. Boom. You know, just little stupid stuff like that. But I'm just giving you an example how don't let nobody steer you away and how you was on the right track. That lets you know you planted good seeds if you got this in the 12th house. Now, if you planted bad seeds, delusional dreams. You're about to get ready to experience that for the rest of the year. AKA you being delusional and what you thought was doing right, no, it ain't right. And you're going to realize that now as a tower moment. And it's up to you to realize that that was the wrong pillowcase to that bed. And no matter how much you look at it, you know that's an ugly design. You know that ain't Gucci. You know that ain't Fendi. Saying, you know that ain't Louis Vuitton. I'm just making an example. Like it just looked like a F, but it ain't really a F. It's like a sigil phone wire. You know what I'm saying? With just a line under it, and it ain't really Fendi. It's really Findy or something. You know what I'm saying? It ain't really that. You trying to convince yourself it's that pillowcase. You like, oh yeah. I don't even like this bed, Dolo. You right. You're right, Dolo. It's a delusion. Let me go ahead and get back on track right now. Kick it! Yeah, and I love all y'all from the bottom of my heart. I'm gonna breathe a little bit, and I'm about to get prepared so I can start hitting this road and stuff like that. But yeah, I love all y'all from the bottom of my heart. And make sure y'all prepared, and we're gonna break that something else down tomorrow. This ain't the only two. This ain't the only two. This was just the most sufficient one, because all that Taurus energy. And I love all y'all from the bottom of my heart. Y'all stay spiritually protected, and make sure y'all dream don't get too mutable or flunkiness, because the moon will get ready to go in Cancer. So a lot of our dreams about to make us feel insecure or make us feel like we need some type of home foundation, and we might even dream about grandma. And I love all y'all from the bottom of my heart. Ooh, let me get some rest.